Igaguri, I apologize. I was not familiar with your game. You're moving like David Goggins this chapter. I have to give you your flowers, man. You have motion. You have aura. Stand proud. You are strong. Alright, as usual, it's time to talk about the weekly Blue Lock chapter. Today we'll be talking about Blue Lock chapter 310, and unfortunately it's another Nagi chapter because Kaneshiro hates us and doesn't want to show us some of the training going on for the Under 20 World Cup. Like, I get it, Nagi is his favorite character, but there are low-key more interesting things we could be looking at right now, but I'm gonna get onto that rant later in the video. So the chapter starts with Igaguri explaining that he was looking for Nagi, asking his classmates where he was, and that he was getting called a stalker or a creep, and then he found out that Nagi was at the arcade doing as he usually does, just gaming, so that's how Igaguri found him. And then you got Nagi out here just trying to troll Igaguri, calling him a creep just for love of the game. Roll that foolishness aside, then Igaguri starts asking Nagi the main question about what he is going to do about soccer, and Nagi's like, you know what, I haven't even decided yet. And Igaguri's like, he figured that was the case, so that's why he's here right now, is just to motivate Nagi and get him back on the right track. Igaguri then tells Nagi that he is going to continue playing soccer, and the only reason that he's actually here is for his own ego. And he asks Nagi that the moment your offer was posted and you knew you'd lost, what did you feel? So he's asking him what he felt in that moment just to get some sense about his mental space, but Nagi just says like he wasn't really surprised. He's basically doing the typical guy thing where they just say, you know, it is what it is, you know, I can't really do anything about it. I'm just gonna have to take the L. I'm just gonna have to hold it. You know what I'm saying? Now, surprisingly for Igaguri, he tells Nagi that he was frustrated but also happy. He says, I mean, I went off to Blue Lock to become a pro soccer player, so no matter what the amount was, if I got a salary offer, I wouldn't have to take over the temple. That dream came true, which is something we've known for a while now. So even though Igaguri got eliminated from Blue Lock, he still completed his dream. To use Ego's words, I was satisfied with that. So he's like, you know what? As long as I'm out of that temple, I'm free. So you know what? I'm kind of happy for Igaguri, man. He made it out the mud. And then Igaguri asked Nagi if he was satisfied, and Nagi is still doing these foolish answers. So he answers him saying like, you know, sometimes there's just things you have to give up on. And then Igaguri set him straight and said, no way, man. There are no limits on dreams. Yo, this man Igaguri watches Gurren Lagann, man. He has the vision. He has the sense. He has the ideals for victory. Now, he's actually spitting. There are no limits on your dreams. Whatever you want to achieve in life, everyone watching this video, whatever you want to achieve in life, the greatness that you want to formulate throughout your life, to validate your own existence, there's no limit. Never give up. And then this man Igaguri just continues on with some bars. He says, all that a dream has is the size of its scale. My dream of going pro was big enough for me to wager my life, but not big enough to become the world's best. So I left Blue Lock satisfied, but you are different. You're not satisfied. Like, he's really out here moving like Rant, asking him, man, like, have you ever played soccer with your life on the line? Like, when the Igaguri book drops, I will be there. This man actually has some motivational speeches, man. Like, he's out here saying there's no forbidden dreams in this world, man. Like, talk, Igaguri, man. Nah, his character just went up like 1,000% just from off this chapter alone, man. Like, I can't lie, he's got aura now. Nagi then tells Igaguri about the offer that he got from Barasuta, and then Igaguri just pissed off because he's like, why didn't he come to me to ask for it? Which, again, so that just kind of like negates the theories that we all had that maybe Igaguri was going to be a part of the 3 players that were going to be part of the main Blue Lock team for the Under 20 World Cup, but it seems like Igaguri's not one of them, so maybe Kira might come back. We'll see what happens. The Kira agenda is not dead yet. But then after Igaguri goes on ranting about why he wasn't picked, Nagi then goes on to say that the reason why he declined is because once again he didn't want to betray Blue Lock. And I've heard people talk about this when it initially was revealed in that chapter, when Nagi said he didn't want to betray Blue Lock, and people are saying, oh my gosh, Nagi is such a good person for not wanting to betray Blue Lock. But I always saw that scene as to be stupid. I was always just like, why is this nigga out here talking about he don't want to betray Blue Lock? You already got eliminated. What do you mean betray Blue Lock, bro? Do you care more about everyone else aside from your dream? Your dreams should be more important than the thoughts of Rio and Isagi and how they view you, bro. The only thing that should matter is achieving your dreams. Like, what the hell was this man talking about? Like, when I saw fans glazing that moment when Nagi said he didn't want to betray Blue Lock weeks ago, I was so annoyed. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we validating this BS response from Nagi, man? Like, he was not cooking joking when he said that. I just need to get that out the way, because like for weeks I was seeing people glaze Nagi for that, and I was just like, no, that's not the way, man. Like, he's washed for that. That's a washed ego. And even Igaguri agrees with me, because he's looking at Nagi like, bro, what are you waffling about? Igaguri's like, you are already the world's biggest Blue Lock trader, and he's spitting. Everything about Nagi goes against the ideologies of Blue Lock. So why is he out here talking about, I can't betray Blue Lock? Like, bro, man up, put your pants on, and start to lock in and be on your Kunigami arc. This man Nagi can't even think for himself. He's asking Igaguri, what would everyone else think? What would you think if I ended up taking a deal? And obviously Igaguri, like everyone else would think, is lame. It's a lame thing to do. It's the lamest thing to do. But you know what? It's also some real nigga shit, because at the same time, you're also doing damnest and your hardest to achieve your goal. It doesn't matter. Even if you look lame while doing it, even if you look corny while doing it, even if you look like an absolute bum, if you are trying to achieve your goal, you get bare minimum respect just for that, because a lot of people don't even want to take the first step. So lock in, Nagi. Igaguri was absolutely spitting here. He says, but if you're gonna quit on your dream based on what others think, then just give it up. It won't come true anyway. Talk your shit, man. Like, Igaguri's cooking this man. He goes on to tell Nagi, my parents were against my dream, so I went to Blue Lock. I left the house with this resolve. If I lose, I'll work in the temple forever, or I'll become a pro soccer player. Like, this man Igaguri has more of an ego than Nagi. I'm surprised. Like, never in my life would I have thought that Blue Lock would be having a chapter where Igaguri is just spitting real life bars. Real life bars, man. He's saying that people can only give their all when their hope is balanced against despair. Is that not what we saw Baro Shoei talk about in the Ubers match? Once again, this is why Baro is literally one of the best characters in Blue Lock. He is like literally the Blue Lock ideology to a T, man. Igaguri then continues on to say, chasing my dream let me fight in the flow state. What about you? You can't even say what you want to win for yourself. You are stuck because you never thought about what would happen if you failed. And why was it you would not me? If I had your talent, I'd still try to be the world's best, even if it was painful and lame. Igaguri, you are him. No debate. No debate. He's him. Like, genuinely generational content from Igaguri right here. Like, I know there's someone out there that's struggling with like their life choices and everything. They read this Blue Lock chapter and they just got motivated. They got hit in the chest. That's one thing that Blue Lock just strives in. I feel like just the motivational moments is Blue Lock at its core, and it really hits with chapters like these. So like, you coached Kaneshiro with this chapter. But of course, this man Nagi still got a rage bit at the end saying that Igaguri would be a good monk. And low-key, Igaguri probably would be a good monk. He's good at giving people advice and everything like that, but nah, he gonna be a pro soccer player. Let the man cook. And cooking is what happens for the rest of this chapter, because Nagi then says that talking to Igaguri got him fired up. He is going to take that deal with the devil and come back to Blue Lock. We are going to see a heel turn from Nagi. He is now going to be the villain, bro, and it's gonna be peak, man. Oh man, the parallels between Isagi and Nagi, we are gonna have a masterclass cooking up. Now, the only negative of this chapter is the ending where it says 2 days until the under 20 World Cup, which is a problem, because why is Kaneshiro just skipping over this training? We know why. It's the typical battle shonen move where they just don't want to show a lot of the training, and Kaneshiro is probably going to show everything through flashbacks, which kind of sucks because I feel like it's going to mess up some of the pacing of some of these matches. We're going to have, like, you know, when everyone makes the jokes about backstory Munshin, that's pretty much what it's going to be like with a lot of these under 20 World Cup matches, and I think that's going to be pretty annoying. I think it would have served the story to at least have like 3 or 4 chapters showing some of the training, and then you can still even do some of these flashbacks. But to just skip all of it entirely, and like Isagi was going around the world watching these matches, we only got to see him go to Spain. I feel like that's pretty lame that we're skipping all of this. So we're now gonna have like 3 or 4 flashback chapters of Isagi at all these different parts of the world spread across all these different matchups, and like it's gonna get old and repetitive just having these flashbacks spammed during every match. Like, I feel like it's gonna get pretty lame. So I mean, I get it that like Kaneshiro, he wants to get to the hype immediately, but still, you know, I feel like some stories need to understand that it's okay to slow down. It's okay to show some of the training. People do enjoy that, but I also think the other thing too is that like the average viewer, a lot of times with these types of series, are always just like, give me action, give me action, give me action, and they're like TikTok readers. They have like undiagnosed ADHD. They just want new hype immediately. So I also understand that from like a sales perspective. So it's unfortunate and it's really annoying. and I think it kind of holds back the series that we don't have a lot of downtime moments when we should. And with that, that's the end of this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about Blue Lock chapter 310. How do you think Nagi is going to be like added back into this story? Because like it's kind of weird that he's going to be probably like taking this deal with the devil and there's only 2 days left and he still hasn't gone through like a lot of training, so he's probably been like power clipped by a lot of the main Blue Lock cast. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So let me know how you guys think that's going to play out on the comments down below. And I also have a Blue Lock hot takes video coming out later this week, so stay tuned for that. Drop a sub if you're interested in more Blue Lock content, and drop a like as well, support the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Now, if you're someone that stuck around to the end of the video, the honey will be poured on you. If you want to talk to me about anime related topics, check out my Discord server and follow me on Twitter. Also consider becoming a channel member, another way to support me, and I support you back with shoutouts and videos, early access to new uploads, custom emotes, and members only content depending on what level of membership you decide to choose. On this channel, I discuss whether something deserves a W or an L, so if you're someone that enjoys content that keeps it real, consider subscribing to change this channel from local to global. Now, I gotta get back in the kitchen to cook. Peace.